Welcome to Q&A with the Marketing Barman. I'm your Marketing Barman, Lawrence Botha. I've once again received a few viewer questions. So one of the questions I want to deal with today is how to manage your marketing budget, or how to allocate the marketing budget funds. So this is my way, and there are many different ways of managing a marketing budget, but my way, which I kind of have duplicated through hundreds of campaigns, is that I allocate it according to my funnel. So if you can see the funnel next to me again, you will see that the broader portion of my funnel is holding the awareness and the consideration sections of the funnel. So the awareness section is this, and the consideration section, I assign 30% of my budget to each of them. So in other words, that wide neck of my funnel holds 60% of my budget. The reason being is I need to get as much movement in that portion of my budget, in that portion of my funnel, to be able to stimulate movement in the thinner parts of my funnel, to increase the movement and stimulate the movement in the thinner part of my funnel. So in essence, I'm creating as much potential as I can to work with. Okay. So when I get to the decision and the closed portions of my funnel, you'll see I've allocated less, which brings up the question, why am I allocating less of my budget to the most important parts of the funnel? And the reason being is that it costs less to retarget a client than it does to target a client with a new ad. So somebody who's clicked on my ad, been through to my website, seen my ad, for me to retarget them and get them engaged, stats and data over the years I've been doing this have proven that this has been at a lower cost per conversion. So which means I allocate less portions of my budget to that. But also take into account that I've got databases and lists that I'll be working with, social communities that I'm working with, that are already aware and have already considered my brand. All I have to do is give them the information and the content around decision and closed portions of the campaign. So I've just increased my audience again, and I can allocate a less budget to that. So if you go, and you'll know that at the bottom of my budget, if you've been watching a lot of these videos, at the bottom of my funnel, you'll see I've always got an upsell, a cross-sell, a referral, and an advocacy section as well that extends my funnels further. Okay, so those I don't allocate budgets to immediately, unless I have a specific outcome I'm looking for. So I normally have cyclical outcomes with these. But what I mean by cyclical is I will take my lists or my communities that I currently would be targeting during my thinner portion of my sales funnel. I would be targeting them with specific content, right? But what I could do during the different cycle times, so once a quarter, one quarter I would be saying I'm going to increase the numbers inside my list, inside my communities. The second quarter I would go over, and all I would do is I'd be stimulating the movement between there, getting them to a harder yes, getting them to a sale, getting them to a further step down my sales funnel. Okay, so that would be part of my always on campaign process, is to always get people to upsell, to buy more, to add more to their cart, to get them to share my content, to get them to tell their friends, to get them to engage more with the products that they bought, engage more with the services, to understand the value that they've bought into, which in turn increases the word of mouth around my brands. Okay, and that's how I currently do it, and it's been working for me for a good couple of years now. Thank you.